No one's thinking about honor, right? So it said that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High. Obedience, submissiveness to Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's beautiful. That's beauty right there. The same way you would want your woman to 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 live the rest of her life, the rest of her time in the flesh, being a hoe, okay, to the lust of other men, but you want her to live according to the will of you, her husband. For the time past of our life may suffer us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revellings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. All right? Which is what the world is all about. Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. So we're not running with the same we're not going to the house of feasting. So they think it's strange that we're not doing what they're doing when we out there prophesying. Okay? Because we're living according to the will of the Most High. All right? And now they're speaking evil of us. They're afflicting us now. They think evil of us, man. They talk rubbish to us, even though we ain't done them no evil, but they want to talk shit to us. The main people that talk shit to me is so-called black women, man. Because they don't know respect for us. So it says, who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? So all these people, they're going to give an account of all the things they've done in the flesh, the hard speeches that they've made towards us. The Most High going to reward them according to their works and the fruits of their mind. You see? So back in Psalms 34 verse 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth him out of them all. That's beautiful, man. And that's what we want. The Lord is going to deliver us. We trust in the Most High. We don't trust in our cars. We don't trust in the strength of our bodies or any carnal thing on earth. We trust in the Most High, man. Okay? So, where we at? Okay? Right. 2 Timothy 1. 2 Timothy, right? This is, spare me for a sec. 2 Timothy. Yeah. 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, man. So that's the spirit. That shows you when you know you're in the truth, when you know that what I'm saying, you already experiencing that. You already feel that spirit in you, man. You got the spirit of love towards even 2/3 that are without this truth. Not just brothers that are in this truth, because you love brothers that are in this truth, man. You greet them, you welcome them, you hug them. And that's the first time I've really had love and compassion towards another brother, no homo. When you see a brother and it's like, we have the same mind, we're all serving the will of the Most High. So that tightly knits us together, man. And we don't have the spirit of fear because we know that it's all in the hands of Yahweh Bashim Shai. He's the one that controls everything. We leave it in his hands. So it says, and of a sound mind. So we have a sound mind. It's the simplicity of Yahweh Bashim Shai. A sound mind meaning we're not overcome with evil. We're not trying to render evil for evil to another brother. Because the Most High will reward every man according to his works in the end. So we're not caught up in the little petty, tit for tat. But we can consent to having meekness. All right? And I'm going to go into it. So you just got to bear with me. Verse 8. Be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord. The testimony of Yahweh Shai is a spirit of prophecy. So to be not ashamed of these prophecies, because we're out here prophesying, speaking about things that don't physically appear, you're going to look foolish in the eyes of the world. But it says, be not ashamed. Because if you're ashamed of these testimonies, when Yahweh Shai does come at the end of this time, he's not going to be proud of you. You know what I'm saying? he will be ashamed of you. The scriptures actually tell you that. Nor of me his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of the Most High. So the power of the Most High is being shown through the afflictions that you're going through for believing in this word, for ministering this word, for prophesying according to the testimonies that are written within this book. That's the power of the Most High working through you, man. Building you up, stabilizing you. You understand? So that's that. Yeah, right. Let's go a few scriptures, quick scriptures, and then I'll end it. So this is Psalms 37. 37 verse 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. So these very same men who have dignified themselves with meekness, even in the eyes of the world, is seen as being weakness. But you who are rooted within this truth, you know better. That you're actually honoring your soul and you're trusting in the Most High, who at the end, he's the one who's going to render vengeance. You understand? You're bettering yourself, man, when you enter into the house of mourning. When you consent to men of low estate, man. You understand? You're taking yourself the decency. You're showing class, man. Okay, so, right, but the meek shall inherit the earth. So that's our reward. Okay, Psalm 76, verse 9. Verse 7, thou, even thou, art to be feared, and who may stand in thy sight when once thou art angry? Thou didst cause judgment to be heard from heaven, the earth feared and was still. And Yahweh Shai is coming back by the order of Yahweh to do such things, that all men may fear before the Most High, because you fear the Most High when fear comes upon you, when earthquakes happen, tsunamis happen, volcanic eruptions happen, and this is all signs of the Most High. So when Yahweh Shai comes, how much more fear? So it says, when the Most High arose to judgment, to save all the meek of the earth. So in order to obtain salvation, to be saved, you have to incorporate meekness, misery, lowliness, taking affliction, taking L's, modesty, you know what I'm saying, in relation to this truth. Preferring to bear injuries, the type of man or woman that prefers to bear injuries, okay, than to return them. Okay, so it says, and the Most High rose to judgment to save all the meek of the earth. So that's us. The Psalms 149. 149 verse 4. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. So we're going to be beautified. How are we going to be beautified? With our bodies, these mortal bodies are changed immortal. That's how we're going to be beautified. Because right now we ugly. We get sick. Your hairline's receding. You're getting bald. Your breath might smell in the morning. Your body odor might smell. You know, indigestion problems. We physically, we're unattractive, man. Okay? But the Most High is going to change all of our bodies. Alright, so it says, he will beautify the meek with salvation, meaning deliverance from destruction. Preservation and deliverance from destruction. That's what the very word salvation means. And that's what you want. You don't want to partake in the judgment that comes. You don't want those demons to come for you, man. And because the scripture said the Lord won't defend you if you lose patience. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. So that's the meek, the saints. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. So a time of slaughtering is going to come. And that will be that judgment, that job will be given to the meek. Those very same humble, modest guys, the Most High going to raise them up to be slaughterers, man. Okay? And a two-edged sword in their hand, a sword is the instrument of death. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. So we're going to punish people. Okay? Wow. So the Most High said vengeance is his, and the Most High is going to put a spirit of vengeance in us to execute upon them. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. You understand? So there is a reward for blameless souls, for being meek. There's a reward for that. I'm not just saying meek like just do it because it's the right thing to do. There's a reward for it too, because the Most High favors this. You got to want to serve the Most High. You know what I mean? Because that's the honorable thing to do. That's what a man of honor does. So Isaiah 61 verse 1, the spirit of Yahweh power is upon me, because Yahweh have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. So that shows you that when we teach this word isn't for everybody. This word is only for the saints, the elect, who have been predestined to be kings and priests and reign on the earth and rule over all people, to execute vengeance and punishments upon the people. This word, this minister, this gospel is addressing the elect. It's for them. This word is for them. When we out there prophesying, we're prophesying for the sake of the elect. Because it's only them that's going to receive salvation. It's only them that's going to inherit the earth. It's only them that's going to receive the mercy and salvation of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? And we are anointed to preach unto them. To call them out of the darkness. To call them out of the world. It says, he has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and opening the prison to them that are bound. So that's to us, the elect, the saints, right? Zephaniah 2, verse 3. Seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Right? Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. So that's a commandment given unto the elect men, the saints and future kings and priests of the world to come. We've been commanded to seek Yahweh, to seek our God, because it's he that's going to give us soundness of mind. It's he that's going to afflict us to perfect us, so we be found worthy of salvation. Okay? Which have wrought his judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be that ye may be hid. It may be. So again, shows that we men are walk in fear and endure to the end, man. Because it may be, it just might be, that you will be chosen for salvation, man. So, all right, Matthew chapter 5, verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Right. And that's that, man. But they shall inherit the earth, and that's one to go into meek, This truth is about taking punches rather than giving them out. This is something, there's a video, obviously it went over time, but this all through the spirit. And that's what brothers that you've in the beginning stages in this truth, you newly come into this truth, or you've been in this truth again, like I said, for a significant amount of time, we all need to be reminded on things, man. Take the L. Take the L's, even if you were wronged. the situation might call where you don't have enough power to defend yourself. So just don't say nothing. Just take it, you know, and the Lord will fight for you in the end. The Lord knows that you is innocent. Man have his ignorance because all things cannot be in man, because man is not immortal. You know what I mean? So he don't know that he probably cussing you out wrongfully, not realizing that you innocent. But the Most High knows. Always keep that in mind. The Most High knows. You know, so you don't need to render back or bite back. And sometimes it's about just taking it, man. And anyway, with that, Shalom.